Hello, this is Miss Janet with JLS Success Central, and welcome to my channel. We are a DIY resource center created to assist you, the individual who's working on building their personal finances. And 9 chances out of 10, if you're working on building your personal finances, you're working on building or rebuilding your credit. Because as I always say, your credit score is a strong indicator of your financial well-being. And speaking of financial well-being, today when I was preparing for this video, I ran across a Swedish proverb. And that proverb said, "He who spends his money on things he does not need steals from himself." Well, I want to add something to that. He who spends his money on things he does not need or things he cannot afford steals from himself. Can you believe that? We've been stealing from ourselves. I know I have. And because I have become aware of that, and see, this is what's so good about these lessons. I'm sharing them with you, but I'm also learning myself. And I had to come to grips with the fact that I've been stealing from myself for years. But you know what? No more, no more. So let's get right to today's video so that I can help you continue your journey of building your finances and, God willing, saving your money, even though you have a low income. Okay? So let's get busy, Miss Janet. Here we go. Come on. All righty. This is one of my ebooks. I'm so proud. I make my own ebooks. Whenever I share anything with you, the information that I share with you or that, that I talk about, I always try to give you some type of outline or something to follow me with. And if you want anytime you want something that I display on my screen, all you have to do is just email me and I'll shoot you a copy. My email address and the instructions are in the comments below. Okay, so low income, let's get started. Low income, living paycheck to paycheck. No money left for savings. Consider taking steps to change the trajectory of your life. First, develop a new mindset, the right mindset. You say, well, what's the right mindset, Miss Janet? I'm so glad you asked. To save money, it's important to have a positive mindset towards money, a saving mindset. And to have a saving mindset, it requires discipline and motivation. Having a low income doesn't mean you can't meet your obligations, enjoy life, or in fact, set and attain your goals. Okay? So it's easy to find areas where our lives are lacking. We can always find something that's not right about our lives. But sometimes it is because we legitimately don't have enough resources. Well, in that case, you track your spending. And understanding our expenses becomes extremely important. We must understand our spending habits. But if we don't track our spending, we don't know. But it gets better. Hold on. We need to, since we have a different mindset about money, about savings and money, we need to trade a spending habit for a saving habit. Trade a spending habit for a saving habit. Uncontrolled spending habits always end up the same way. And you know how it is. It ends up with you being broke before the next payday. I remember when I was younger, I'd get paid like maybe pay period fell on a Monday. By Thursday or Friday, it was looking really, really, really bad. And God help me if it's one of those pay periods that went a little longer than 2 weeks. So I fully understand what it's like to have a small income and you have to meet all your obligations. And then what you have left is not very much. But you can control that. You can do things to make sure that you have something left and that you make it from pay period to pay period. When we just spend money, when we don't change our spending habits, guess what? Money just flies out of our wallets. I tell my husband, it's like money has wings. You know, our money flies here, flies there. We have no control over it because we're just spending, spending, spending. Now, I'm talking about after you pay your rent and your car, anything having to do with your car, insurance, buy gas and buy food. Those are things that you absolutely have to do. But when those things are done, whatever is left over, it needs to have an assignment because your income is limited. So the second thing you want to do is have a goal. So if you don't have a goal, that means, after I pay my bills, I can do whatever I want to with whatever's left. That's if you don't have a goal. That's if you don't have a savings mindset, you can do that. But if you have a goal, you have a purpose for holding on to that money. Hey, that money, you work for that money. You went to work. You either commuted or you got up in the morning and worked. And while you was working, you was feeding kids and doing homeschooling for the kids and everything. Or you driving Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Instacart. You're doing all that and then turn around and you let your money go to somebody else's pocket. Again, I'm not talking about your household obligations. I'm talking about after everything's paid. Whatever's left, you need to assign it a job. Every dollar should have a job. Dave Ramsey says every dollar should have a job. All my dollars have a job now. Well, you're saying if you save it, then you have a goal. Once you meet your goal, you're going to spend it anyway, and it's going to go to somebody's pocket, somebody else's pocket. Yeah, but it's going where I want it to go. My bills are paid, my rent, my gas for my car, whatever I need to, the standard bills, those are paid. Money has an assignment to pay those bills. And anything I have for a goal, my money has an assignment to help me accomplish that goal. But when you don't have the right mindset, when you don't have a positive mindset about money, if you don't have a savings mindset, if you don't have a goal, it just goes. I don't care if it's only $100 left after you pay everything. $100. Little is much when you do what you're supposed to do with it. You know what I mean? So we're talking about changing our mindset. We're doing that now. We're thinking different. You know what? We're thinking different about money and we're thinking different about saving. You're thinking different about saving. You're thinking different about money. And I'm going to tell you, your goal, whatever your goal is, you can attain it. You can do anything you put your mind to it. You just have to change your thought processes. The Bible calls it a renewing of the mind. So you have to change how you think about things because your thought dictates your actions. Your thoughts dictate whether you're going to spend that money or you're going to save that money. Okay? So you have a goal. And then the most important thing you can do after you establish your goal is create a budget. I know, and stick with it. I know Miss Janet talk about budget. But hey, that was the only way I could get out of the hole that I was in. And guess what? If you're in a hole, budgeting will help you get out. If you have limited income, budgeting will help you save. I understand the more money you make, the more money you can save. Oh, you're going to get there. But right now, let's just focus on where you are and what you have and create a budget. If you really want to get down to the real nitty-gritty when planning your spending, creating a budget is the first step to save money on a low income or any income for that matter, but especially when your funds are limited. because when you have a budget, you become more aware of the money at your disposal, and you'll be able to live below your means. You won't overspend. I like the zero-sum budget. That's what I use. A zero-sum budget helps you to account for every dollar, making sure that you're using your money wisely. Here's a zero-sum budget. And what I want you to do is I want you to Google and read as many articles as you can about different types of budgeting, but especially the zero-sum budget, okay? It's very possible to live on a low income without being stressed and depriving yourself of the necessities. So now that you're working with a positive mindset, we've already established that, and you understand the necessity and the power of a budget, take the steps to make it happen. Try the zero-sum budget. So you can find a template at BBVA's, that's a bank, simple.com. You can find you can download a zero-sum budget at that website, and I have the link below in my comments. Please, it's free. Check it out. It is phenomenal. It took me from zero to halfway to where I need to get to. Because you know what? I always tell you, Miss Janet is a baby boomer. I'm on the other side of the mountain. So, but I still have goals. And the goals I have now are more loftier than they were when I was younger. So I have to have a budget because I don't make money the way I used to make money, but my money works for me better than it did when I was making money. Oh, I like that. That makes sense to you? Anyway, I'm really serious about budgeting. But this particular template that I'm telling you to click, the link is in my comments below, like I said. This template will help you build a detailed budget, and it does the math for you. So no excuses. Okay, we got a different mindset. We have a renewing of our mind as it pertains to money. Money doesn't run us. We control our money. Money goes where we want our money to go because we have a savings mindset. So please check out the zero-sum budget. And again, conduct your due diligence. It's very important. Ms. Janet always tells you, trust but verify. That's what President Reagan said. I didn't say it, but he said, trust but verify. And that's what you should do. Anything you hear somebody say, it can sound good. It can be good and work for you, but make sure you know for yourself. Check out that zero-sum budget, okay? So this is Ms. Again, I made this this ebook, and if you want a copy, email me and I'll shoot you out a copy. It's free, okay? Now, we talked about, you have to change your mindset, which you're doing or you've done. You're going to trade spending for savings. You're going to have a goal. You're going to create a budget. You're going to check out the zero-sum budget and any other information that you can get. You're going to check it out. So now you're going to choose simple ways to save money that you can easily incorporate into your lifestyle. Now check this out. Stop wasting food. How often do you go to the grocery store and you get all this fresh fruit and veggies and it turns to water? Or how often do you cook and y'all eat, or you eat that night, but the next night you decide you're gonna go stop by a fast food place and leave the food in the fridge and you end up throwing it away? Time out for that. You have limited income. You have low income. Until that income grows, which it will. I know it will, because I know you got some plans. You have plans, big plans. But until then, hey, manage the money that you have. Stop wasting food. Number 5, go zero waste for a week challenge. Just try it for a week. What this means is it's another great way to save money on a low income. This means consuming everything you cook or buy for that week. You cook something, You got leftovers, take it to lunch the next day. Pack your lunch, take it to lunch the next day. If you have kids, you have a family, leftovers, put something else in it. Make it be something else, but don't throw it away. You know, there's so many ways that you can make leftovers look like something different. Stop wasting money. Take the challenge. Try it for the week. And if it works for a week, try it another week and another week. And that's what they say about habits. Habits is if you do something over and over and over and over again, it becomes a habit. So try it. You save. Everybody wastes money at the grocery store. Well, most of us do. Those who haven't arrived to, those who have not been on the journey of living below your means, or those who are not, haven't been on the journey of the mindset of saving, this can be something new. If it's not, pass it on to somebody that it can help. Hey, if this information is working for you, if it's being of any value to you, press the like button. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I have more information. We have a treasure trove of information to share with you. And it just excites me. When I learn something and I try it and it works, I can't wait to share it with you. Now, the next thing, don't waste money. Oh, here's something else not on my list. Bottles of water. How often do you walk through the house, especially if you have kids, and there's half empty, not even half empty bottles of water. Water's 3/4 filled. Water where somebody just took one sip. Whose water is this? I don't know. You end up pouring it out. If that happens, instead of pouring the water down the sink, pour it in a plant or something. And if you have a pet, pour it in the pet's dish so they can have some water. If you don't have pets and you don't have plants, then 9 chances out of 10, you're going to waste the money. But you have to figure out a way that when somebody opens up a bottle of water, they have to mark it so it's theirs. I know someone that has those little circles that you put on your files, they're different colors, and she keeps it right by the water bottles. You take a bottle of water, you put one of the stickies on it, and that's your bottle. You put the sticky on it, there's a pin there, you put your initial, and if that bottle's anywhere in the house with water, you're going to finish drinking that water. So anyway, wasting bottles of water is just something else. I've heard that we should probably start using Brita or something like that. I haven't done it yet. If anybody uses Brita or any kind of water filter, please place it in the comments below and let me know what you think about that, because I'm moving towards in that direction, okay? When you go shopping, always use a shopping list. Don't go hungry and have a budget. You go in there to buy what you're going to buy, and you're going to pay the amount that you have budgeted for or less, and you're going to come out with what you went in there for the amount that you said you were going to spend or less. Just that simple. Try a no-spend weekend. I did that for 4 weekends straight. Where is that? Number 7. Try a no-spend weekend. I can't get my mouse to work. Try a no-spend weekend. Here we go. Try a no-spend weekend. There you go. Okay. I did it for 4 weeks straight. So this week I decided, okay, I'm going to do a no-spend week. I had a couple of little hiccups. And let me back up. Try a no-spend weekend. I didn't spend any money last weekend, but that was because everything else was paid. But if you have to pay your rent, or you have to buy gas, or you have to buy groceries, or you have to pay utilities, of course you take care of your business, but you don't spend any other money. So this week I graduated from weekend, no spending weekends, to a no spending week. And I had a couple of hiccups, but I did pretty good. You know, I did pretty good. I think I might have purchased a couple of things that wasn't, didn't have to do with my household. And that's because I was out and about and didn't take a snack or anything with me. So I had to get something. And my bad. I know better now, okay? So try a no-spend weekend. You know, when you get a sense of accomplishment when you make it through a weekend of not spending money other than what it takes to live, okay? Cut out on unnecessary expenses. When you do your budget, you're going to see a whole lot of them. And there's no need of me going over them because, you know, Miss Janet talks about memberships and subscriptions. I don't even want to talk about those no more, but check out your memberships and subscriptions and see what you are using or what you need. There's a couple of subscriptions I'm going to talk about. Actually, they're free. So, but I'm going to talk to you about them anyway. So when you get to, we always talking about cable, you know that, but it's not so much cable right now that I want to talk to you about because it doesn't make sense to have cable and all these other things. So you get rid of cable, but you still have Amazon Prime, Netflix, Hulu, YouTube Premium at the same time. That's a waste of money. You can simplify and opt for only one. Plus, the local libraries have, there's an app that you can download on your phone, on your tablet, on your desktop computer, and they use Hoopla and Libby, and that's through Overdrive. And what that does, it allows you to watch movies, rent movies, and it's 24/7. You can rent movies, you can get audiobooks, you can get ebooks, you can get all manner of things, not to mention library books. But I'm just saying that when I went on there, they had United States versus Billie Holiday. That movie just came out a couple of weeks ago, and it was available at our library. So I'm just check out your library, your library. My mother used to get us about mispronouncing that word. But anyway, check it out. And if you can get all this free, oh, and they have, you know, things for the kids, entertainment for the kids, cartoons, all sorts of things, children's movies. Just try it out. It is free. Okay. Okay. So if you cut down to maybe one of these, Amazon, Netflix, Hulu, and YouTube, you know, and then use the library, you should be good because the library is going to cover everything. So I flew through all that. Let's kind of go over everything. I have a chart here, and I got this from BBV Banks simple.com website, and I'll have the link below. Okay. All right. Here's some things. We discussed it, but now we're going to narrow it down. Okay. First column says I want to. Second column is action item. And the last one is learn how. Okay. So like, say for instance, I'm not going to go through all of them. You don't want to sit here and listen to me read all of them. But if you want this ebook, it can be yours. Just send me an email and I'll be happy to send it to you. So I want to stop living paycheck to paycheck, for instance. Okay. Well, the action item, what you need to do is use expenses to find a way to save more money on your monthly bills. Well, in order to use expenses, you have to know what they are. In order to know what they are, you have to have a budget. You have to have a budget. And you need to itemize your habits, your spending habits, so you'll know where you're spending your money. You can save more money on monthly bills as well. You know, the light company, the electricity, all these companies have different programs. They even give you a discount if you go paperless. It's probably very minuscule, but it's still a discount. Give them a call. Check out to see what they have for you. Listen, you're not going to always be on a limited income. Your income is not always going to be low. You're going to do great things. That's what Miss Janet said. She knows you're going to do great things, but handle what you have where you are right now so that when you blow up, you can handle that. Okay. Now, So this means you have to learn how to what? Budget your way to financial confidence. Okay. So the next one is, I want to save more money for the future. These are things that you may want to do. So you set a goal and set up a schedule to help you automatically save money to help achieve that goal before you even see it hit your account. I spoke to a young lady today. Actually, she was my niece, and I was telling her that she should set up, she wants to buy a house, and a couple of years, I told her, well, you know what, get started right now. Start a savings account. And she said, and Janet, I did. And she's having so much taken out every month. And she does like Amazon, and she used to do Uber, but I know she does Amazon, and she does things like that. She works hard for her money, and her money is, it's sometimes it's limited and sometimes it's very plentiful. So that's something else. Some of you might have that situation going on, but you don't want to do the feast or famine thing. You want it just to be even, where you're always in control of your bills, your money, have an assignment. The first assignment, you pay yourself. You put money in your savings account. Then you pay your bills. Well, Miss Janet, you should pay your bills first. Don't worry about it. You have a set amount that you're going to take out for your savings, and you're going to find that money in your expenses. I guarantee you will find money in your expenses to use for your savings. So you pay yourself first. Then and I used to think pay myself first, man, pay myself and then go buy me something, or that's not what it means, ladies and gentlemen. That's not what it means. Pay yourself, put the money in savings. I don't care if it's 10%, 5%, make it the same. And if you have extra, you can use extra. If you have credit card debt or student loans or something like that, you can use that extra to pay down your bills. Okay. So what you'll end up learning how to do is open a savings account, because you don't save money in a mattress, right? Reduce my monthly expenses. I want to reduce my monthly expenses, Miss Janet. Well, you use expenses to keep tabs on what you're spending. And I just said, you need to track your spending every day. It is painful, but it's necessary, okay? To use expenses to keep track of your spending habit. That's what you want to use. You want to keep track of your spending habits, okay? Pay off my debt. This is the last one I'm going to go over. There's more, but pay off my debt. I'm going to create a debt repayment plan. This is the action now. I'm going to create a debt repayment plan, then use expenses to set aside money towards debt repayment each month. Well, so learn how to what? Create a debt repayment plan. And one of the best ones, or the one that I use, is the Snowball Debt Repayment Method. And I've been talking about this for about 3 weeks, and I'm going to drop a video next week on the Snowball Debt Repayment Method. That's where you take your lowest bill and you pay that off first, and then you move to and then you take the money that you were using for that bill and pay and add it to the second lowest bill, and then you pay that off. And as you do that, your money just grows and grows, just like a snowball grows rolling down the hill. And by the time you get to your largest debt, you have a substantial amount or more money than what you would have had to add to whatever that monthly payment is. I'm getting off track now, but look out for Miss Janet's Snowball Debt Repayment Plan and Google it, so you'll be ready when you watch my video on that. Okay. Oh, I said I wasn't going to do any more. This is the last one for real. Limit my impulse spending. Give yourself a monthly allowance for impulse spending, and use expenses to keep it separate from other money. Impulse spending was just a thorn in my side. I just had to use like a 24-hour method or something like that. You know, before I make a purchase, think about it overnight. And 9 chances out of 10, I wouldn't do it. So I didn't give myself a monthly allowance for that, but it was suggested in this class that I took that you do that. I didn't do it because, who Lord, by the next day I had changed my mind. So I got to save that money. Okay. So there's plenty, there's several more. Well, it's not that many more, but I have to tell you this. Don't go into debt. Avoid going into debt. Do not keep a credit card in your wallet. Use your Visa card or debit card, your Visa debit card, so you can only spend what you actually have. This allows you, what you end up learning is how to live within your means. Okay. And you know what? Your mind is about renewing your mind. It's about changing your mindset about how you feel about money and what your money is supposed to be doing, and having a savings mindset. Once you grasp that, once you put that into action, because talk is cheap, you have to put it into action. And I know you can. Remember, you can do anything you want to do. You can accomplish anything you want to accomplish. So set up a budget and get busy. And guess what will happen? Check this out. Not having to worry about your finances all day, sitting down, calculating this and that. It frees your mind up so you can focus on how to create other ways to make additional money, which of course will increase your savings. So in my ebook, I'm so proud of myself, but in my ebook, I have just a few things here. Your mind is, you're not worried about money. You know that you're going to do better, but this is how you do better. You come up with money-making ideas. You know, you can even add app-based gig work. Maybe you do some Instacart. Maybe you, because I know people who supplement their income and it's like really, really nice. I know a young man and he's just like, he need money. He go Instacart. He used to sit in Walmart's, well, I mean, not Walmart, but Costco's parking lot, especially when the pandemic was really, really bad. He used to sit in Costco's parking lot and just wait for an order, and he'd grab it and run in Costco's and deliver it and come right back to Costco. So, but that was just his strategy. But I'm saying app-based gig work works, okay? Or you could think of classes I need to take to increase my income. Maybe there's a skill set that you have and you need to take it to another level, okay? Maybe you can incorporate all three: money-making ideas, app-based gig work, classes I need to take to increase my income. Hey, it takes multiple streams of income these days, and not having to worry because your income is low. You're not limited. You should not be limited because your income is low. If you get control over your spending and your saving, I don't care if you have $50. I was talking to a friend and she said, when I finished my bills, I had $80 left. She was proud. I was happy. You know what? That's an accomplishment, because if she found 80, she's going to find 80 more. She's going to be cutting her budget so she have a little bit more, because a lot of things we do, we don't have to do this. Okay. So anyway, again, I hope this information has been something that's going to make a difference in your life, or something that you can use. My name is Miss Janet with JLS Success Central. And what I'd like to tell you, I'll see you in a couple of days. Grace and peace. Miss Janet out. Okay, Miss Janet.